Namaste, everyone from Kathmandu to all the respected dignitaries. This is Raj Kumar Bhattarai from Kathmandu, Nepal. I am associated with Devan University and my designation there is professor, and I also work with Nepal Development Research Institute and the RI as a senior research specialist. So thank you for providing this opportunity to present ourselves with our topic, transforming indigenous knowledge and skills for achieving sustainable development, evidence from MSMEs in Nepal. And we are all together, me, myself, as a presenter today, Nirmita Shrestha, Shreya Bajimaya, Rajendra Keshi, Savita Shrestha Mulmi, and Sankar Shrestha. All are here with you all. And once again, thank you very much for providing this opportunity. So let me begin with our presentations. The brief outline of it starts from the background, problem, objectives, methods, results and discussions, conclusion, and acknowledgement. So when we talk about MSMEs in the context of Nepal, it is a very long history of about a century long. So the Nepal, government of Nepal, people of Nepal, and entrepreneurs all attempted to develop entrepreneurship and create employment opportunity and generate income. So it started from the year 1956 with the periodic development plans, and those plans were 5-year plans and some were 3 years plans. So in each and every development plans, starting from the 1956 to date, emphasis is given to the entrepreneurs development, income generation, poverty alleviation. So now, despite the efforts for decades, so one interventions, imagine and accordingly, microenterprise development program made started in 1998 and continued till 2018. In these programs, there were involvement of national and international agencies, including the United Nations development programs. So microenterprise development program for poverty alleviation was successful to the MEDPA, and from 2018, it is continued. In the same way, youth and small entrepreneurs self-employment fund, known as YSEP, started in 2008, and it was also for the promotion of entrepreneurship, providing funds to the potential entrepreneurs. The problem facing what entrepreneurs are facing here, despite the efforts of all these things, so there were no more significant growth and success of businesses. The statistics shown here indicate some of the things that definitely drawing attention of the scholars, policy advocates, and interveners. So now, when we look at the MEDPA alone, so there were 142,593 entrepreneurs created during the last 2 decades. So when we talk about the success that Polish enterprises, they're about 108. It's less than 1% we find successful in real sense. Then about 20% enterprises are resilient. That means they are surviving in one way or the other, going through the ups and downs of the country. So now, in this context, we have set 2 objectives, and one is to uncover the factors responsible for sustainability and growth of MSMEs in Nepal. And the second objective is to explore the significance of technology policy and interventions in mobilization of indigenous knowledge, skills, and resources for creation, continuation, and growth of MSMEs in Nepal. The methods we adopted here, the policy review and interventions, review case studies. We have taken three success stories and questionnaire survey, 384 respondents and key informant interviews. We have interviewed 30 informants of different sectors in different parts of the country. Now, while doing this study, the questionnaire survey and KII, that the whole country, means all the 7 provinces have been covered and the detailed information have been presented in the chart, the slides. Now, the first thing what we have found, there were 131,680 entrepreneurs created by the MEDIT and MEDPA till 2017. Similarly, the YSEP, another interventions that help support the about 79,404 entrepreneurs till 2021. So these were the 2 flagship programs as interventions to support and to develop entrepreneurship in the context of Nepal. Now, the second thing, what we have found out, the interventions that were initiated for the last 2 decades have little bit impact. The impact are there in terms of technological transformation, focused on the enterprises that were based on indigenous knowledge, skill, and resources. The more impact, that means 15.5% enterprises were able to improve their product quality because of the technological transformation. And then the 5.9% entrepreneurs were able to reduce the cost of production. So other things that are shown in the graph as different aspects of entrepreneurs in terms of employment generation, income generation, employment. See the product service introduction of new types and productivity and customer capability enhancement and many more things. So there was effect of technological transformations in different facets of entrepreneurs. Now, the next things that the key findings from the 3 success stories, while going through the survey, we had explored about a dozen of entrepreneurs, but among those, 3 were really successful. And then the success story was based on the transformation of technology. And one company, what we found out, that was in milk, in the agriculture sector, and it adopted new technology and known as bulk bill cooling. And then the second case was the intergenerational skill-oriented business, but that intergenerational skills, and the skills, what was adopted or what was applying before in the father and then the grandfather, that was continuous, but not in the same form, but in the modified form. And those companies, enterprises were also successful in different facets of it. And then the third case was leaf plate making machines. So leaf plate usually used to made by hands before, but they later on replaced those things by machines. And having machines, but they more or less the same design, and then they used it were also getting successful. That means the 3 different types of businesses were found highly successful. So now, because of these things, what we do believe, when we continue the knowledge and skills, as it was, then there is a big question mark of being successful and adaptive. But when the forms, the government policies, interventions are focused on improvement of that technology, transformation of that technology, and there is more guaranteed success in the entrepreneurial activities and their mission and in the objectives. Now, going through the KII, then there were three basic things we have noticed. The one that is insufficient assessment on the value of indigenous knowledge, skills, and resources. That means in Nepal, it is well diversified country in terms of geography, in terms of ethnicity, in terms of gender. So varieties of things are key. There are different types of natural resources, and then the topography of the country. All these are very, very unique and identical. And the people have different choices and preferences. And from the very beginning, they were surviving at their own type of sustenance economy. That means economic activities were there to be survived. So in due course of these things, people were very, very efficient, and then they very, very effective in utilization of their local resources, local knowledge. But later on, due to the changes in the geographic, the socio-economic sectors, technology, and all these things, those were not sufficient, and they were need to be transformed. So now, what is the value of the local knowledge and resources, skills that has not been assessed yet, and there's missing link between the skills need assessment and then the technology development policy, and on top of that, there is absence of MSME ecosystem, and then the MSMEs relationship, or that is linkage and interdependence with the larger force. So having all of these set of things, we have concluded that value assessment of indigenous knowledge, skills, and resources, skills need assessment at national, provincial, and local levels, design and development of MSME ecosystem and integration with the large form, technological transformation, and adaptiveness, as well as that making entrepreneurship as a way of life. That is most important thing taken into account. So here, doing all of these things, I would like to acknowledge the support of International Development Research Center, IDRC, Ottawa, Canada, for their financial support to the grant number 109-840-006. So thank you very much. So I would like to address your questions. If any, please raise questions. I will be happy to answer. Thank you.